All right, we're here, ready to talk more WandaVision. Episode 4 just came out. We just watched it roughly around the same time. I'm Paul, and with me is Hank.
Hello, I'm Hank.
And I don't hear Hank.
What happened?
You might have been muted. It's fine. Okay. Episode 4. We interrupt this program. Man, so this is the first episode where they're like, oh no, this is part of the MCU. Like, stuff's going on in here. Let me.
We get people coming back from the snap.
Yes. That's how it starts off, is the Thanos snap is undoing itself, and people are turning from dust into fully realized humans in hospital beds and things, like, randomly.
Yeah.
Specific.
Yeah, hearing, like, people in a hospital yelling about we don't have enough capacity.
Yes.
It's a little close to home.
Like, oh, man, I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. It starts off with Monica Rambeau returning to life, essentially. So I kind of like how this worked out, where the episode starts off with, like, basically her becoming a human again. So, like, we don't know what happened but before the point where, like, she knows. So she's, like, wandering around this hospital as well. I mean, we know because we have the meta knowledge of Thanos did the snap, they undid it, and now these people are back to life. But we get the knowledge pretty quickly that her mother died of cancer 3 years ago, which was 2 years after she disappeared from a nurse in the thing here. So this is 5 years later, as we know, or whatever, and it kind of firmly sets when this is taking place, because we didn't actually know that before. Now we know exactly when all this WandaVision stuff is taking place. It's literally like the week of the redo, or whatever, the unsnappening. I don't know what you want to call it. Or I guess month.
The unsnappening.
The unsnappening. That's what I'm going to call it from now on. And my bad. It's within the month, because 3 weeks after this happens, Monica is talking to director Taylor Hayward, which feels like a name I should know, but I don't remember, who is acting as director for S.W.O.R.D, which was, as like everybody has been talking about because the symbol's been everywhere, S.W.O.R.D is the Sentient World Observation and Response, is it division? Database? I can't remember what the hell it is. It's something like that. They changed it in this, where it's Sentient Weapon instead of World Observation and Response Division or whatever. And I thought that was a little interesting, I guess. I don't know why they did, but maybe it's just like one of those things that we thought this sounded cooler. So, you know. It sounds less comic booky and more real world-ish or something. So anyways, now we know, like, they are fully talking about S.W.O.R.D in this. This dude is acting director, asking Monica for help with some weird FBI missing persons thing that's happening in Jersey. Shout out to Jersey, of course. And I guess, like, the big important thing here is we start seeing some return characters. I don't remember the actor's name, but his name is Jimmy Woo in this show. I know him as, like, the dad from that, oh my god, I can't even remember the name of the, like, Asian sitcom thing anymore, but Jimmy Woo, who worked for S.H.I.E.L.D., he was part of Ant-Man, right? I think.
He's like
a minor character.
In Ant-Man and the Wasp, he's Scott Lang's, like, parole.
Yeah, officer. He's a minor character in Ant-Man. So he's in this as the FBI agent who was called in to, like, investigate this missing persons thing in Jersey, that Monica is going to help out. And it, like, right away is one of those, like, things of, oh, hey, I need your help because apparently this place we're standing in front of doesn't exist and they won't let us go in. So Westview apparently doesn't exist, even though the cops from Eastview are standing there and they don't want them getting close to it. So, you know, some weird shit is going on here that they should probably be checking out. I'm trying to think of...
There is a giant Westview sign.
Yeah, like right in front of it. I guess like the first thing that they do is they send in a drone, right? Like right away, and the drone disappears into the ether. And that's when they're like, oh, something's going on here. We should like set up a like research base or something. Because there's like a radiation field or static field nearby or something. Like there's their equipment is going haywire or whatever. Anyways, it doesn't matter. They set up a thing, like a task force or something, of which Darcy Lewis, who is Kat Dennings' character from the Thor movies, is like part of this task force that's coming in to kind of like look at the area and see what's going on here. And this whole episode is literally just them tying together why things were going weird in the WandaVision world and like how it was the real world people trying to like contact her or find out what's going on. So it starts off with Darcy Lewis Dr. Lewis finding out that there's like this weird radiation field or whatever, but there's a signal in there. She asks for a TV. They get an old TV, and it just starts broadcasting this show starring these people. They're watching the show and kind of putting together who these people are. They're missing persons from the area, and of course, the two Avengers are the big thing. Also, I guess Monica went in there as well and disappeared during this. So they're kind of like trying to find out what's going on here. Like S.W.O.R.D's all over this right now in the FBI. And that's when they like start tying together in the show. They see the helicopter or the drone that turned into a helicopter. At some point they see Monica part of the show. And it's just catching everybody up sort of thing. So there's not a whole lot like plot wise to talk about. I think we should just talk about like the big stuff that was revealed here. Starting, of course, with, I mean, you were talking about it in episode 2, I think. And like a lot of people were, obviously, Captain Marvel, like connection to Monica and like who that character was and S.W.O.R.D in general. That's all completely established here. I think they even have the like audio clip of her being called Lieutenant Trouble or whatever. She's coming back to life from Captain Marvel in this show, like at the very beginning, the unsnappening or whatever. What else is big with her, I guess there isn't a whole lot of new stuff with her, specifically, because it was all kind of like surface level stuff where people knew who she was pretty quickly. The drone going in as a drone from S.W.O.R.D and then it being changed into a helicopter, a time period helicopter, I thought was kind of funny.
Like a time period toy helicopter.
It's kind of like a cute little weird thing that happened there.
I mean, I thought it might have been like an actual full-sized helicopter that got turned into a toy helicopter when I saw it, so.
Oh, okay, I see. No, I didn't think it was a drone. I thought it was just a toy helicopter, honestly. I didn't really think much of it. So Westview doesn't exist.
Yeah, no, the fact that it had a S.W.O.R.D logo on it was like, oh, they were definitely trying to get in here.
Oh, okay, sure.
Whatever it ended up turning into later.
Sure, gotcha.
But
Westview doesn't exist at all. So that like, again, not a huge like revelation necessarily. I think everybody was pretty sure this place didn't actually exist, or at least like in the way that we see it. But like obviously where they are is real in some way because the real world was able to tap in to the signal from there. We just don't know how necessarily yet, just through like radiation waves or whatever.
Like the big thing is like this is taking place in a physical space in the regular world. Like we were so disconnected from reality. It was hard to even know that at the time.
Yeah.
But like the whole everything that's happening in the show is taking place within this hexagon.
Yes, that's another big thing. Hexagons are apparently important, where they explicitly say stuff about hexagons in the show or whatever, but they kind of don't explain why necessarily. But
yeah, they like write on the whiteboard, why is it a hexagon?
Yeah. So we don't know, honestly, even if it is important. Yeah. Frankly, but it's a thing they're wondering about. We talked about Jimmy Woo coming back. Not a whole lot to talk about with him necessarily. The beekeeper is Agent Franklin. I just looked him up here. Going through through a tunnel or a sewer or something to get in there and see what's going on.
Yeah, he's in like a hazmat suit, and when he crosses the barrier, it turns into a beekeeper suit.
Yeah, really weird. Really weird. So for the people in Westview, they all have names and are actors, and they all have like licenses that are pulled up by like the FBI or whatever. So these are people in like the MCU real world of some sort. Although a lot of them, I feel like maybe are just like production members or like Easter eggs that I don't understand because none of the names really stood out. They didn't talk about whoever the like queen bee bitch was, that like the head of the committee. I don't think they said her name, so I'm wondering if she's like someone special that we just don't know about yet. Unless you remember, but I'm pretty sure they didn't say her name because they specifically say later on after they see that Monica's in there that she's like talking with someone else or whatever that they didn't know. So who knows? This was brought up, I saw online. They wrote down Skrulls ? On the whiteboard, and I didn't catch that, but that's funny.
Skrulls?
So yeah,
could it be aliens?
I don't know. I guess that's funny or whatever. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
This is where the meta information started like getting weird. A lot of people called a lot of stuff that was going on because when this show started, Kat Dennings' name was on the roster of people involved in the show. So people knew that Dr. Darcy was part of... they knew like that it was her watching the tapes at the beginning or whatever of the series. And like I never put that together, but it explicitly shows her writing notes while watching it in this one. So good for all those people that looked at who was involved, knew who they played in the MCU, and made that connection, I guess. It feels like cheating to me, but fine, whatever, doesn't matter. I'm trying to think if there's any like other really big revelation. Oh, the big revelation, of course, is the ending of the episode where it kind of it goes up to the point that we had seen already, which we talked about last episode of the right after the birth of the twins, her talking about Ultron, and then like where the tape cut essentially that we didn't see, we actually saw what happened here. And it's Wanda getting mad and using her powers to throw her out of their reality, essentially, and then fixing everything back up before Vision came in. And Vision's a zombie in her mind or in her eyes for a second until like she snaps out of it or something.
Yeah, she sees him with like his skull.
That was fucked up.
After Thanos plucked the gem.
It was fucked up. That was a fucked up moment. So this is where I don't know if he is actually dead or if she just like saw him as. So it's obvious that she's like running this place probably to protect herself, right? Or like she just wanted to be somewhere. Like she's running things here. Yeah. I mean, it's obvious because she throws out the person who knows about Ultron, essentially, and it kind of like takes a whole spin on all the other episodes where she's obviously like the puppet master, making everything all nice so that she can enjoy like her life or happy time. I can't tell if it's because she's gone crazy. Well, I mean, she's obviously gone crazy, but all the Avengers have because they've been through terrible shit. So like, I don't know if it's madness that's driving her or if it's just like wanting to be happy or if there's something even else driving her. We don't really know yet, but we definitely got some answers.
Yeah,
here.
we don't have confirmation on like her motives other than like I'm sure she would love for Vision to be alive and to have kids with him.
Yeah.
That seems like what she wants.
Yeah. So this is is she just playing puppet with like dead Vision body? Like, and then like she saw reality for a moment in that like second, or is she just remembering Vision for like in the worst moment of her life basically, and then like it went back to normal? I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even gonna lie to you, that part kind of freaked me out.
Vision died.
He did.
The fact that he's there at all is definitely her powers doing something.
Totally. I'm just wondering if it's her powers making an illusion Vision that's like maybe it's
or like actually like dancing around his like robot corpse.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
I don't remember if he like exploded after he got his. I don't remember what happened to his body after he got his skull caved in that movie.
Because his body wasn't even real, right? Like, that's the thing, is that it wasn't like he was a born human and then, like...
No.
So there's no reason why she couldn't take the essence of what he was at some point and put it into, like, his corpse, or his shambled body corpse or something. Like, there's no... I mean, there's no reason she can't do anything because she's the fucking Scarlet Witch and nobody knows what she can do. So, like, that's...
She just made 2 babies?
That's what I mean. Like... Yeah, totally. Yeah, I don't know. It was really nice to see Kat Dennings back again because I am obsessed with her. So, there's that.
I thought of another thing.
Okay.
About the hexagon thing.
Sure.
This probably isn't anything more than like it might not be this at all. But AIM's logo, Advanced Idea Mechanics, their logo is a hexagon.
Yeah.
But that's like the only hexagon I can think of in Marvel Comics.
So people have been pushing this narrative that AIM is part of this for a while now. And I don't know. Like, obviously, I don't know. But, like...
Yeah.
Sure. I'm trying...
That... Mm-hmm. I mean, the weird part of it is that the Hydra stuff has been so much more explicit, but doesn't make any sense either. So, I don't know if it's all just misdirection.
That's the thing.
At, like, different
do you think we're getting just red herrings? Because why... If this is WandaVision... if this is literally like her basically just trying to exist in her own happy idealized version of like what the rest of their life is going to be, why are there commercials for Nazis in here? Right? It's weird. Yeah. No, I don't know.
And since I don't really know where the story's going,
sure.
I don't know. So it's more like there are a bunch of different directions it could go. Like that stuff could be involved, or that it could just get dropped and not really just be like a red herring.
Sure.
Throw Reddit off the scent.
So people have been saying that there could be like some AIM stuff going on, and there were like theories as to why. I just don't remember what they are now. Man, that would be weird.
I mean, I didn't really see anything in the show that made me think of AIM except the hexagon. Like, I just remembered, like, oh right, AIM has like a hexagon.
Listen,
because I was trying to think of what hexagons matter in Marvel.
Listen, if this is all leading up to MODOK having his own show, its own show, I think I'm in. Like, what would that show even be? Just like every episode he's finding a way to like kill humanity or something. Like, what's going on? I don't know.
Isn't there a MODOK show?
I don't know.
There is.
No. What?
There's like, yeah. There's a MODOK show on Hulu.
Holy shit, there is.
I remember this because I listened to an interview with the guy who's doing the comic book for it.
Oh, weird. And it's set to release this year. Oh my god.
Yeah. But
wait, Patton Oswalt stars as MODOK, struggling to handle his company and family.
It's an animated show. It's not like DCU.
No, it sounds like it's going to be a comedy where MODOK is trying to keep his family together, and
it's a MODOK sitcom.
Patton Oswalt, god damn it. I can't stand that guy. I'll probably still watch this.
Yeah.
So yeah, and again, people have been saying maybe Mephisto stuff going on here too. I don't know which, like, I have no idea which way this could go. Like, maybe it's neither. Maybe it's just that Wanda turns out to be the villain, essentially, because she's fucking crazy now after...
Maybe we'll get Master Pandemonium.
You just want to see you just want to see those babies as arms. That's the only thing you want. Those kids.
A man with babies as hands.
Yeah, that's all you want. Guys only want one thing, and it's disgusting.
Hilarious. It is disgusting. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, really, what I want a Young Avengers movie. That would
that's going to happen, right? There's no way that phase 2 or whatever this is of like all this shit of like redoing the Avengers isn't leading to that. Because like they're not going to use Iron Man and shit again necessarily. I hope they don't. Holy fuck, I really hope they don't do something where Iron Man comes back from the dead, even though they could because it's Marvel and they do shit like that. Like, I really hope that this is just leading to the reason this exists is because we need to tie in how the twins are born. Then with Hawkeye, how Kate Bishop becomes part of the Young Avengers. What else is coming out again? I don't remember everything that they've said, but like it's all kind of leading to a Young Avengers, right? Like actually.
I mean, the only things that really point to right now are that Hawkeye and this.
What else are they releasing though? They're releasing a whole bunch of shit.
There's Thor: Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness, Eternals.
Okay, so Multiverse of Madness apparently somehow coincides with stuff going on with Scarlet Witch, people are saying. I don't know how that's going to work, but I guess we'll see eventually.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, other than magic. And that they're going to start doing multiverse stuff is like... Because we know all that stuff about the Spider-Man movie.
Sure. I don't know, man.
But... Yeah.
We'll have Speed and Wiccan, though.
Hell yeah. I assume they'll just have him go out as Wiccan and skip his first name. His first superhero name was Asgardian, because the premise of Young Avengers at first is that they're all just like fanboys of Avengers. Yeah. So he's just like a Thor fanboy. So he calls himself Asgardian, even though he has like magic powers.
I mean, yeah, probably, right?
Yeah. And Hulkling, who's like
Hulkling.
turns out to be half Kree, half Skrull.
Yeah. And fucking weird. Kid Loki.
And then there's Iron Lad,
Iron Lad.
who turns out to be Kang the Conqueror, but a kid.
Oh.
Young Kang.
The Young Avengers is bad.
The stories are good, though.
Are they?
The comics are good, but yeah.
That's good. Because the Young Avengers are bad. Although a lot of the actual Avengers are also bad. So, and they did some good stuff with them. So who knows? Maybe they'll...
Comics are dumb.
And kind of bad. They're dumb and kind of bad. I guess it depends who's writing them, actually.
I don't know. One of my favorite essays, like pieces of writing about comics, is like, comic books are trash. That's why they're great. Because they're trash.
And I mean, there's like always exceptions to the rule. Like, I'm super stoked for Kate Bishop shit.
Yeah.
I really like Kate Bishop.
Oh yeah, the funniest thing about that original is like you have these kids who are like all have these super powers and they're fucking idiots. And then Kate Bishop shows up and she doesn't have any powers, but she's so much more competent than all of them. She's just like hyper competent.
Yeah. It's amazing how much that's like, I mean, you have worked jobs. Competency is a superpower in real life.
Uh-huh.
That nobody has, by the way. Nobody has it.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's not a whole lot more to talk about with this is an answer episode. So there's not like a whole lot of there's not a whole lot of things to really speculate on necessarily, more just like oh, that's neat. And I feel like we kind of did that thing. The speculation is apparently the hexagon thing is important somehow. Honestly, if it leads to AIM and that leads to MODOK or something, I'm so in. It's weird how for a long time there was like no MODOK, and we got a video game with that motherfucker just like last year, and now we're getting this terrible show. So it's the year of MODOK. I'm ready for it. I'm here for it for sure. I wonder if there's anything to do with the bees. I don't know, like, or if that's just
Bees don't seem that important.
like it's probably just the same idea that when the drone came in, it changed to like something that would be in that world, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming as well. I guess like another weird thing just to talk about real quickly is
I don't think we're gonna get Swarm.
The guy made of bees?
Who is... Yeah, he's the Nazi.
The Nazi made of bees. Yeah. That'd be great. Why not? The other thing I guess we didn't talk about at all is this world can be walked into. You can literally walk into this world. This isn't like...
Yep.
So there's some weird like field distortion thing going on, but this isn't in her psyche. You can enter it.
It's like the Shimmer and Annihilation.
Yeah.
Except it's TV.
And like less cool. The Shimmer and Annihilation was great.
We haven't gotten a bear that screams with a human voice, so...
And then like bites off half your face. So...
Hell yeah.
Man, I should watch that one part again.
I love that bear.
That
so
bear's
much.
really good.
It's so horrifying.
Yeah, that's some good horror shit for sure.
I love that they named it after a shitty train stop in London because the team that made it had worked on that other Paddington.
Oh, on Paddington? That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they were making this like nightmare bear, and they're like, all right, we need a sketchier train stop to name this bear after.
That's fucking dark. Jesus. That's really dark. Man. Yeah. I guess like that's just a big thing that this isn't like in her psyche or some weird actual, well, it might be another dimension, but it's a dimension you can walk into. So I guess that opens it up for them to actually, send people in and see what's going on. And I'm sure they're going to do stuff to push it more and more because there's only 5 more episodes of this show coming out. So they gotta get a move on. Kind of, they're already halfway done. I wonder, like, if the pacing is going to stay good or if they're going to try to speed it up because they kind of, in my opinion, even though I like them, they kind of wasted some time in the first 2 episodes. Like, it was really slow, so they might have to, like, make up for it.
Well, the episodes will probably be, like, closer to 40 minutes.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, do you have any final thoughts?
The bear in Annihilation's name is Homerton.
Oh, no wonder you like it so much. Makes sense. I am 3D Homerton.
Yeah, no, like this was like closing the loop on like everything they'd set up and how what the fuck happens now?
Yeah.
It really doesn't necessarily point to like what's the plan?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, do we just go back to watching WandaVision with like knowing that she's the one creating it, or is this more like them?
I don't not. Yeah, I can't see us like going back to just watching TV.
No, this is them like piercing the veil now, right? Like them trying to get in and like reach her somehow. Yeah. I mean, I get because they kind of did that, right? They like tried doing the radio broadcast thing. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
Well, now like they know it's not like someone holding Wanda in a weird prison, like it's Wanda doing it.
It's almost scarier knowing that. It's almost scarier. I do wonder if they're gonna like bring any other big name people into this TV show to like tie it in together with other stuff. Like, do you think they get Benedict Cumberbatch to do an episode because that's how like it can tie in with Multiverse of Madness? Or like, do you think they bring in I don't think they bring in Tom Holland for any Spider-Man shit. That would be really fucking weird. Although it is in Jersey, so who knows?
That's not gonna happen.
It's just across the river, right?
Look, that's a long way to swing, and there aren't a lot of buildings along the way.
Especially when you consider that this town doesn't exist, apparently. Yeah. I don't know. They probably don't do that. I mean, a lot of the way they've been doing, like, she did a power thing is by literally cutting it, like bad TV. Because that's cheap. And also works with the theme. So it's great that way. Although I think now that they're peeling that back, they're going to have to start showing her do stuff. I mean, they showed her do something this episode. She got glowy.
Yeah.
So
she got glowy.
I wonder how long it's going to take those kids to grow.
That seems like next time they're like walking around.
Yeah.
That's how TV kids work.
It kind of...
They go from babies to being able to talk.
It kind of does seem like that, right? Like that might be a thing. Who knows?
But I don't know. They might just stay babies.
You think so? Could be.
I mean, in comics, when they were her kids, they were always babies.
Oh, okay. Until they needed them to be characters, and then they were grown.
Well, when they come back as Wiccan and Speed, they're not... It's like those babies like overwrit onto 2 other people. They're like not... They're like... It's like the magic went weird. Mm-hmm. They like realize that they're like the reincarnations of her kids or whatever over time. Basically, because they're like... Because Wiccan meets Speed, who's like... He's not related to, but they look exactly the same. And they both have... And one of them has magic powers and the other one is a speedster. Like, it's like they figure it out, kind of.
Sure.
Thing.
Yeah, I mean, it should be interesting. Again, only 5 more episodes of this. And then after this, The Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think, is like a week after this series ends. So I I don't know what they're doing for that, but they have some shoes to fill. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. I don't even know what I want from that show.
Yeah, me either. I guess like no, you know what? I was going to say I guess I want them like just doing a weekly thing, but I don't. I want them to like have a reason to exist together. And like I don't care about the Falcon at all. So maybe make me care about him? I think that's what that show needs to do. I just don't.
Yeah. That show kind of has to sell me on itself.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's just like a TV show about two characters that I'm not invested in.
Yeah, because I fucking hate the Winter Soldier too. Like I'm indifferent about Falcon and I hate the Winter Soldier, so they have an uphill battle.
The thing I would most want to see with the Winter Soldier is I want to see Rocket Raccoon steal his fucking arm. Because that would be hilarious.
I somehow don't think that will happen.
Rocket wanted that arm, dude.
Who knows, man? Who knows? All right. We'll call it there. I'm excited to see what they do next week, so stay tuned, true believers.
Yeah. It's exciting not knowing what's going to happen.
Like, at all. Yeah. So, it should be interesting. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time.
Peace.